This section covers 3 clauses on additional requirements: transport, storage, warehouse. Hazard control and measures regarding cross-contamination. Prerequisite verification specific topics addition to ISO 22000 verification clause. Distribution and transportation conditions for phone retailers and wholesalers or intermediaries are a new additional requirement. This issue was a very important need, as food can spoil quickly after leaving the producer's warehouse if stored and transported incorrectly. A key general requirement is to have a specified stock rotation system. The standard mandates using FIFO, first expired, first out, alongside the more common FIFO, or first in, first out. This prioritizes using products with the shortest remaining shelf life, which is critical for both quality and safety. Then we have some category-specific rules. For Category C0, means slaughterhouses, you must have specified requirements defining the maximum time and required temperature for chilling or freezing products after slaughter. For Category F1, means retail and wholesalers, you must ensure your transport and delivery processes are set up to minimize any potential for product contamination. A significant part of the transport section deals with the specific risks of using tankers for bulk transport. If your organization ships your final product in tankers, you need a documented, risk-based plan for tanker cleaning. This plan must consider potential cross-contamination, for example, from allergens or other residues, and you must validate that your cleaning methods are effective. Importantly, you must have a process to verify a tanker is clean before you load your product into it. Conversely, if you receive raw materials in tankers, the responsibility is pushed to your supplier agreement. Your agreement must, at a minimum, require the supplier to provide evidence of cleaning validation, place restrictions on what the tanker may have carried previously, and define any other controls needed to keep your incoming material safe. Hazard control and preventing cross-contamination, starting with some very specific rules for certain categories. For categories B3, C, and I, if you use functional or active packaging, for instance, packaging that extends shelf life, you need to have specific requirements in place to manage its use and ensure it performs as intended without compromising safety. For Category C0, slaughterhouses, there must be a specified inspection process to confirm animals are fit for human consumption. And for Category D, feed producers, you must have procedures to manage any ingredients or additives that could have an adverse effect on animal health. Foreign matter management, which applies to all categories except FTA or brokers. First, you must conduct a formal risk assessment to decide if foreign body detection equipment is needed, and if so, what kind. This could be anything from magnets and metal detectors to X-ray machines or sieves. If your risk assessment concludes that no equipment is necessary, you must have a documented justification explaining why. If you do use equipment, you need a documented procedure for its management and operation. Finally, and this is crucial, you must have controls in place for foreign matter management in general, which specifically includes having procedures for how you manage any breakages, like glass, hard plastic, or ceramics, to prevent physical contamination of the product. Prerequisite verification is one of the fundamental issues in the ISO 22000 standard. However, sometimes in the sites, this verification may not be performed properly even once a year. Although it depends on the risk analysis, additional requirements have been added to the control of indoor and outdoor